Right now on weekend mornings, there's an uncertain financial future for Madison School District. A proposal to cut more than 100 positions in the next school year. Plus, debt ceiling crisis, how lawmakers are working to avert it, and why budget issues remain a major sticking point.
And tracking a picture-perfect weekend, folks. Just look at that sky cam. We'll be seeing mild temperatures and even warmer temperatures coming. A lot more coming up here in weather.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us on weekend mornings. I'm Cobb Zorsi. We're joined this morning by Alex Harrington. Greg is off for the day, so we get to have you on this gorgeous day outside.
Yeah, can't be beat. It is practically perfect in the forecast. Let's take a look at those practically perfect temperatures out there right now. We're boosting on up. The sun's rising. We got 50 degrees in Madison, 48 still hanging on in Viroqua, 53 in La Crosse, 48 in Decorah, and 50 down to the south in the Dells. One of our viewers, Amory, sends us, look at this sunrise in southwestern Wisconsin near Arena. Just look at that. Not quite as red as the sunrises have been the past couple of mornings because we have less haze in the sky, less of that smokiness from those Canadian fires to deal with across the area. That's good news in our practically perfect weather forecast. Look at that. Here in Madison, temperatures are boosting on up. 50 degrees, we'll do 65. Maybe you want to do a picnic over lunchtime or a hike or a jog. Perfect day for that, especially with better air quality conditions as well. We'll do lower 70s by the time we get to later this afternoon, early this evening, so perfect grilling weather. Look at the winds too there. Kyle and folks, just really quite nice. Light winds out there. Sometimes in the spring you get temperatures in the 70s. You get all these gusty winds and puts a little bite in the air, but not today. We'll do 52 as of, well, just a couple moments ago in La Crosse. Mid-60s also by the time we get to the lunch hour, and then lower 70s up in La Crosse as we head towards the dinner time. And again, maybe you want to do some grilling.
Well, it certainly seems like just a perfect day outside. Your practically perfect day, right?
Exactly. Can't be beat. We got even warmer weather coming up in Maine weather.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much. We'll check back in just a bit. Madison schools are staring down an uncertain financial future. That's according to researchers at the Nonpartisan Wisconsin Policy Forum report. Our Aman Rahman has the data and how much the district's budget hinges on decisions made in the state capital.
Right now, things look pretty sobering when you think about 2025.
But when it comes to balancing the budget,
it seems likely that there'll be some difficult conversations.
The biggest impact for students and families would be staffing cuts. MMSD is proposing cutting 155 positions for the 2023 to 2024 school year. But that budget taps into temporary federal pandemic funds to pay for 111 ongoing positions.
And so that gets you through 2024. But then in 2025, that federal funding expires, and you need to find a new funding source for those positions, or they would also come to a close.
In recent years, the district has also lost more students to independent charter or private schools, which means MMSD has to pay the state for lost per pupil aid. 705 students transferred out of the district this year. That's projected to cost the district $11 million.
To put that in context, the amount of the referendum, I believe, in the current year was $9 million.
General aid the school district receives from the state could also decrease.
When that goes down, what is the other main source that the school district can draw on to fund education? It's local property taxes.
According to Jason Stein, VP of the Policy Forum, under the current state formula, districts that spend more than average and have higher property values than average, like Madison does, get treated less favorably.
Our main state aid formula does not take into account things like whether students are living in poverty, whether or not they speak English as their first language.
Stein says that's only made worse by the current operating referendum from 2020. But that may be an option the district has to take in 2024 to keep funding education.
It would increase property taxes, and then in the future, because spending would be somewhat higher, the district could lose state aid.
We did reach out to MMSD Friday afternoon to see if they had any type of response to the Policy Forum's report, but have yet to hear back. New information now. Newly released documents from the Wisconsin Department of Justice reveals the man who killed 2 police officers in a shootout last month was struggling with divorce and didn't like getting pushed around by police. Chautauqua police officer Emily Breidenbach and Cameron police officer Hunter Scheel were shot and killed by Glenn Perry on April 8th. It happened in the town of Cameron in northwestern Wisconsin. This is newly released drone video from the Division of Criminal Investigation. Breidenbach and Scheel were responding to a traffic stop when Perry opened fire on them. He was also struck by gunfire and later died from his wounds. In nearly 1,000 pages of documents, investigators say Perry's ex-wife thought he was schizophrenic, carried multiple guns in his vehicle, and even slept with one under his pillow. Barron County deputies also reported multiple encounters with Perry over the past 6 years, and that his behavior had recently begun to spiral downhill. Breidenbach was 32 years old and spent part of her law enforcement career in Dane County with the Stoughton Police Department. She was just 23 years old and a recent graduate of the police academy. There are many more details investigators released in their reports, and you can read it all online on channel3000.com. In addition to Breidenbach and Scheel, 2 other Wisconsin law enforcement officers have been killed already in 2023. The lives of Wisconsin officers who've died in the line of duty were honored and remembered on Friday. The 33rd annual Wisconsin Law Enforcement Memorial Ceremony began on the state capitol grounds, where the organization has its memorial site. Before that, a squad procession with different patrol vehicles took place from Olin Park to the memorial. The 2023 honor roll includes 2 names that will be officially added to the memorial, bringing the total amount of Wisconsin law enforcement officers listed there to 289. Wisconsin Badger football wide receiver Marcus Allen is set to appear in court this next month. Police arrested him at the Mifflin Street block party at the end of April, but he has not been formally charged with a crime. Officers say they approached Allen after seeing he had an open intoxicant. They later found a stolen gun in his bag. Despite a policy to not name suspects in crime stories until they're formally charged, we have been naming Allen due to his status as a notable public figure on the football team and the nature of his arrest. A spokesperson for UW Athletics says Allen remains a member of the Badger football program at this time. Quadron Wilson, the man shot by state law enforcement during his arrest on Madison's far west side last year, is set to be released from prison early. This after completing a substance abuse program. Wilson was sentenced on May 9th of last year to 3 years in prison and another 3 years of extended supervision as part of a plea deal. On May 8th of this year, the warden of the Oak Hill Correctional Institution wrote a letter to Dane County Judge Josan Reynolds that Wilson completed the program. The state's Department of Corrections is requesting Wilson to be released from prison and have the remainder of his sentence converted to extended supervision. Under state law, Wilson is required to be released within 30 days of the May 8th letter. Fiskars is helping fight food insecurity in southern Wisconsin. Got a little excited there. The gardening brand donated $15,000 to the Madison area food pantry gardens. It's part of a project, Orange Thumb, a program started in 2002 that supports both school and community gardens. If you aren't familiar with Madison area food pantry gardens, it has a few plots of land where it grows more than 100,000 pounds of fresh vegetables each year. It estimates it donated more than 2 million pounds of food since its first year, and Friday's donation from Fiskars enhances those efforts.
Facilities like this, facilities that give back to the communities that we live in, are just that. They help us tremendously. They help our families, our friends. And I think it's something that we're able and willing to do, and it's why we're here today.
In addition to the monetary donation, employees from Fiskars' Middleton office volunteered their time to work in the garden on Friday. And fresh off the news that TikTok will soon be banned in Montana, a group of users are now suing to stop that. They allege that the law signed Wednesday by Governor Greg Gianforte violates the First Amendment. The Montana ban attempts to prohibit TikTok from operating in the state and to block downloads of the app on personal devices, but it would not penalize individuals for using it. The ban is currently set to take effect in January. So far, 33 states have taken action to restrict TikTok on state-issued devices, including here in Wisconsin. In Washington, the debate over raising the nation's debt ceiling is at a crucial point this weekend, less than 2 weeks before the government could go into default. Bradley Blackburn has the latest on where things stand.
At the Capitol, negotiations over raising the nation's debt ceiling were stop and go Friday.
But What do you need press for that?
House Republicans walked out of talks with the Biden administration during the day,
Trying not to be impolite.
then resumed them at night. But so far, they say they're far from a deal.
Are you confident you'll be able to reach that deadline?
No.
We have serious differences, and this is going to continue to be a difficult conversation.
If the debt limit isn't raised, the government could run out of money by June 1st, potentially upending financial markets and pausing military salaries, Medicare, and Social Security payments. But House Republicans want caps that amount to an across-the-board 13% cut on government spending.
The White House is just, look, we can't be spending more money next year.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has said they need to reach a deal this weekend to get it through Congress in time to avoid default. Saturday morning at the G7 summit in Japan, the president telegraphed calm.
Mr. President, how concerned are you about the debt talks at home?
Not at all. I still believe we'll be able to avoid a default and we'll get something decent done.
The president is cutting short his overseas trip to return to Washington Sunday, hoping to finalize an agreement before the deadline.
Now, still ahead, how short staffing at pools are expected to create challenges this summer. And you're taking a live look over the Capitol. Alex has your full forecast just ahead.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Introducing Feli's Flowers' new seasonal planter program. Perfect for gifts, home, or business. Enjoy a custom-made planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Feli's Flowers.
Did you leave the lights on?
No.
What the?
I'll go check it out.
I'm not a raccoon whisperer, but I can help you upgrade all this.
With free installation on Felco windows, siding, doors, and roofing, plus no money down and no interest for 1 year. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home.
This offer ends soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco. This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again.
So I didn't think I needed Swiffer until I saw how easily it picked up my hair every time I dried it. It only takes a minute. Look at that. The heavy-duty cloths are extra thick for amazing trap and lock, even for his hair. Wow. And for dust, I love my heavy-duty duster. The fluffy fibers trap dust on contact. Up high and all around without having to lift a thing. I'm so hooked. Swiffer, so wow, so worth it.
Introducing Feli's Flowers' new seasonal planter program. Perfect for gifts, home, or business. Enjoy a custom-made planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Feli's Flowers.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, happy sunny weekend from me to you folks. You always know it's sunny, and you always generally know what the weather's going to be like just by looking at my glasses. I've got the gold ones on. That's the ones I like to wear when the weather's going to be sunny outside and beautiful, and we've got plenty of that in our bottom line. It will be a mild Saturday, less haze, so there's something additionally optimistic in our forecast, then turning summer-like as we head towards the midweek, and we're looking at a long stretch of dry weather. So if you're one of our farmers or folks who are getting a garden out there, just to give you the heads up here, it's going to be a long period without rain, and even the rain chances that are coming as we head towards the Memorial Day weekend not looking very appreciable at this point. Something definitely to keep tuning in for. Well, stay dry, as I mentioned, through much of the week. The first chance that we might get of a thunderstorm looks to be right around that Saturday time frame, and it's not looking very high right now. Storm chances increase a little bit more as we head towards Memorial Day, but those chances are also not looking very high at this moment. We'll look at some of our other predictions from the longer term in just a couple of moments. Temperatures, lower 70s today. We'll do middle 70s on your Sunday. If you want summer-like weather, I got it for you. 80s as we head towards the middle of the upcoming work week. Let's use our Future Track model, our Future Track friend here, to show where our temperature is going to be. Look at this as we plan our day. We'll do 71 in Madison, 69 in Marshfield, 71 in La Crosse, and 68 in Decorah, with winds out of the north and northwest. Not very gusty today, so really, again, a practically perfect forecast. As we carry on through the evening, temperatures staying lower 70s. Great time for grilling or a walk with the dog in the evening, or a run. As we carry on into the overnight, temperatures dipping down into the 50s. Not as cool as where we were last night. We'll bottom out right around 50, but if you're in the Wisconsin River Valley, Lone Rock, Boscobel, Muscadet Arena, upper 40s could occur in those lower lying areas. And then as we head into your Sunday, look at this. Middle 70s, maybe up near 80 degrees over portions of southeast Minnesota towards La Crosse and down towards Prairie du Chien. Now, I said, what is the longer term prediction? This is the CPC, the Climate Prediction Center, looking out 1-2 weeks. Look at all of this red across the northern portion of the United States, including Wisconsin. That means above normal temperatures. Look at this. Again, if you're a farmer, gardener, getting your flowers planted, you're going to be needing to think about getting water on them with the likelihood of rain over the course of the next 2 weeks. Not looking very high. Again, look at our forecast here from Madison. We've got 70s, and then 80s will be quite popular as we head towards the Memorial Day weekend. That slight chance of a thunderstorm, Kyle and folks, as we head out towards that Memorial Day. La Crosse, maybe a little bit better chances of thunderstorms just north and west of Madison out towards La Crosse. We have what's called a ridge building in, and as these ridge build in, the thunderstorm chances are often a little bit higher in the northern part of the ridge. And that is where La Crosse will be, in areas out towards Minnesota and Iowa. In Madison, some of those thunderstorms may struggle to actually get in this area. So something that we'll be keeping an eye on, those rain chances as we head into the Memorial Day weekend.
Can we ask the ridge nicely to go away so that the sun stays out?
You might get your wish, because some of the weather models are showing that ridge might actually not quite get in here, and we might be a little bit cooler and might be dry. So something to keep an eye on.
Well, we'll check back in just a bit. Thank you so much, Alex. More local news now. With summer here, you may be thinking about taking up a new hobby. Well, could it be birding, actually? A club based in Madison is making it easier to have fun while birding. The co-founder of the Wisconsin BIPOC Birding Club says the hobby, which saw 45 million birders nationally in 2021, is growing. Their club is one of the few which caters to everyone in the birding space.
We would go to these traditional birding spaces and we would never see people that look like us, whether in the group or leading it.
Coming up in our next half hour, Patterson will share why he and so many others are now getting into birding. Again, we'll have that in our next half hour. And people everywhere are ready to spend some time relaxing in the water, but staffing shortages may impact what pools are open in the La Crosse area. Dua Issar explains.
When the gates to the pools open, for many, that's the official sign that summer is here.
I've been struggling a little bit.
These pools can't function without a few key employees.
Finding lifeguards for the Northside pool specifically.
Aquatics coordinator for the city of La Crosse, Gabe Flotmeyer, says Erickson and Memorial pools are staffed, but he's struggling to hire lifeguards for the Northside pool.
So I think maybe some people don't know that there's a pool back on the north side. Other of our staff don't want to work over there because their friends all work at a different pool and they want to stick mostly with where their friends are.
He's not the only one. According to the American Lifeguard Association, a lifeguard shortage has affected over 1/3 of pools nationwide.
We need staff, so we move them where we need them to go.
Pay is one of the reasons many pools are struggling to hire staff.
Currently, lifeguards are starting at $11 per hour. Head lifeguards are starting at $13 per hour.
Flottmeyer says many college students and older adults are choosing to work part-time at places that pay more.
We aren't able to keep up with other local businesses and stores that are paying a lot higher. Really, the thing we have going for us is that it's outside and it's in the fun.
Flottmeyer says Lacrosse Pools is still looking for roughly 10 to 15 lifeguards, but community members can expect the pools to open their doors on June 3rd. Reporting in Lacrosse, Duesrar, News 8 Now.
Still ahead, more local news, including a worker strike here in Madison. Plus, there's several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Will Loper shares his picks in 3 things to watch when we return.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they helped us actually connect?
What would I give?
Introducing US Mode. Set your phone for human connection at US Cellular.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and have s'more fun. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's crispy. Anyone?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Hello, I'm Tommy Van Ness from the Tommy Van Ness Realty Group. The Tommy Van Ness team has a real passion for real estate and would love to work with you on buying and selling your house. We are a multi-award winning team with over $500 million in sales.
Our strong work ethic and negotiation skills will help guide you through the buying or selling process. If you're considering buying or selling in 2023, now is the time.
Why settle for less? Call Tommy Van Ness.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
Join the circle of life at the Lion King.
Now on stage at Overture Center through May 28th only. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and have s'more fun. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's crispy. Anyone?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
The good news, US Cellular gives you $1,200 off any phone with no trade-in needed.
Wow.
So, friend who always has a broken phone can finally get a new one.
It's just a scratch.
It's broken.
Oh.
Ooh. US Cellular, built for us.
Tracking a practically perfect weekend and starts off with a practically perfect Saturday. Let's take a look at our thermometers. Go on up here. 50s. Let's do 54 in Madison, 57 in La Crosse in just a few minutes as the sun comes out, warms things up. Those temperatures in the middle 60s by the time we get to the lunch hour. Picnic weather, I would say, folks. We'll do 65 in Madison and 66 in La Crosse. And I like to color coordinate my glasses. You might have noticed they're yellow gold. Well, look at our temperatures, yellow and gold. We'll do 70 in Madison by mid-afternoon in La Crosse at 71, and temperatures right around your grilling time, 72, 73 degrees. Again, practically perfect weekend.
Thank you so much, Alex. There's clearly no shortage of films and shows streaming right now. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
Imagine that your dad died, and then imagine that your mom died, and then you found out that you had a dad, and he lived across the world. Wouldn't you at least want to meet him?
No.
Newly streaming on AMC Plus is the series Sisters.
Your daughter is my sister. I thought I was an orphan.
I don't think they call it that in your 30s.
Susan Stanley and Sarah Goldberg of the show Barry create and star as half-sisters who reunite in Ireland and go on a road trip to find their father.
Are you sure you know how to drive this thing?
You want to find your long-lost father?
I wanted an authentic Irish experience.
Well, you're getting one.
The first episode of Sisters is streaming on AMC Plus now.
I'm at my love.
Really? Newly streaming on Paramount Plus is the series The Family Stallone.
Being the oldest, I've always had this pressure of being very perfect. Dating with the last name that I have is incredibly hard. Being a Stallone, it holds a lot of weight.
The reality show takes a behind-the-scenes look at Hollywood superstar Sylvester Stallone and his wife and 3 daughters.
I can't believe you guys are actually doing a reality show.
Who would have thought you on TV like this? You're welcome.
The first 2 episodes of The Family Stallone are streaming on Paramount Plus now.
It's quite ironic that he's the last person that wanted to do this reality show, yet he sees a camera and he's like, am I in frame?
That's the truth.
I'm Rhea Khan. I am going to be a stunt woman.
And new to rent or buy on digital is the film Polite Society.
Nina, it's a trap. Oh my God, Rhea, chill out. Now, I'm not being dramatic, but these people are evil.
Rhea dreams of becoming a stunt woman, much to her parents' dismay. And when her older sister Lena is about to get married, Rhea deploys every stunt in her arsenal to stop the wedding.
We stick to the plan. Nothing changes.
Polite Society is available to rent or buy on digital platforms now.
Mom, what are you doing? Oh.
Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for Weekend Mornings.
And coming up in our next hour, a look at our top morning headlines. Stick with us. You're watching Weekend Mornings.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, including hundreds of La-Z-Boy recliners and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale going on now.
We started with 50, and now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need new windows. We want to take out your old windows and install new Eco Sky windows, featuring Sky Mirror technology and insulated frames for superior energy efficiency. Call Mad City Windows, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for new Eco Sky windows. And with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, receive a free design consultation and lock your price in for 1 year. Plus, 30 homeowners who call now get special savings with free installation on a house full of new windows. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts. And if you call during this program, you get a free $50 Amazon gift card with your estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist, standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Spring into adventure and get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Equinox models. Or get $1,500 cash allowance. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Here's your parachute. Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Join the new
Now team at Sitten de Mai in Stoughton May 19th to the 21st. Josh Sprider will be live from Sitten de Mai Friday morning, as in the 608 gets just a little Norwegian.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale, on now. With a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, including all new Serta mattresses and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale, going on now.
Right now on weekend mornings, information about a workers' strike taking place in Madison. CUNA Mutual Group employees are not happy about how they're being treated, claiming the company engages in unfair labor practices. We have the latest. Also, a summer hobby for anyone to enjoy. We're sitting down with an avid birder about the joys of hearing the chirps this summer.
And we're tracking a picture-perfect weekend. Starts off with a picture-perfect Saturday. Temperatures in the lower 70s, but summer-like weather on the way.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us on Weekend Mornings. I'm Kyle Bzorski. We're going to start by sending over to Alex Harrington for a look at your Saturday forecast. Alex, how are you doing?
Fantastic. Practically perfect, Kyle, because it's a practically perfect forecast. Practically perfect starts with yellow glasses. When you have sunny conditions and you're expecting the golds and the oranges, you color coordinate your glasses with the weather. At least that's what I do. We'll do 72 in Madison today, 73 in Lone Rock, 72 in La Crosse, 70 in Marshfield. Off to the west, Decorah, 69. Really can't be beaten. With relatively light winds out of the north-northwest, practically perfect again. Not too bad tonight. Those temperatures dipping down upper 40s, lower 50s. So a little bit warmer than where we were last night. We were in the low to mid 40s in some areas. Actually, some folks out towards Camp Douglas, east of La Crosse, they dipped down into the upper 30s last night. So we're not expecting that. I'll sneak out of the way here to just look at these gorgeous temperatures we're expecting in Madison. Normal high temperatures, lower to 70s. We're going to do 80s by the time we get into the Tuesday time frame. And La Crosse, you're going to enjoy the exact same. Temperatures upper 70s to the lower 80s, and normal conditions are right around 70 degrees. So this, again, just really can't be beat. Coming up in Maine weather, though, we're going to break down if you can expect some rain and who might get it.
We are here for a fair contract. Yeah. What are we here for?
A fair contract.
What are we here for?
A fair contract.
When do we want it?
Now.
Employees at CUNA Mutual Group are not happy about how they're being treated. Many were out bright and early Friday morning along Mineral Point Road on the first day of a strike, claiming the company engages in unfair labor practices. CUNA, which recently rebranded as Trustage, negotiated with union leaders, but no deal was reached this week. More than 90% of employees voted to authorize a strike, choosing to forfeit pay in order to take a stand for what they feel they deserve.
I'm losing 5 days worth of wages, but the company's losing 85 years of goodwill right now. They're trying to pivot and reinvent themselves right now.
They've been trying to dig in their heels. I think that they believe that with all of the money that they have, that they can outlast our strike. So we have to show them that they need us in order to make this company run.
In a statement Friday, company leaders said in part, CUNA Mutual Group has approached negotiations with the OPEIU, Local 39, in good faith and continues to do so. We have provided proposals that addresses the issues and have continued to make changes to move forward toward an agreement with the union. A car crashed into a retention pond Friday morning in McFarland, leaving at least one person with life-threatening injuries. Dane County dispatchers said the crash was reported just before 10 a.m. They could not say how many vehicles were involved in the crash, but said injuries were reported at the scene. The highway was closed in both directions for almost 2 hours. As of now, investigators aren't sure what caused the crash. And 31 years ago, a 31-year-old Onalaska woman is arrested in connection to the death of her 6-year-old son in the town of Metairie. Josie Dykeman faces a charge of first-degree intentional homicide in 6-year-old Alexander Pedrine's death. The La Crosse County Sheriff's Office says the charge comes after a thorough investigation alongside the state's Department of Justice Division of Criminal Investigation and the La Crosse County District Attorney's Office. Dykeman will appear in court at 1:30 on Monday. She is currently held without bond. Sheriff John Siegel and potentially DA Tim Grunke will hold a press conference that day. Dykeman was previously convicted of child neglect causing bodily harm in 2013. And we all know that cops love donuts, right? Well, the two have been linked together in pop culture for the longest of time. Yesterday, Madison police used that association to raise money for Special Olympians right here in Wisconsin with the help of Dunkin' Donuts. The fundraiser on Friday morning, called Cop on a Rooftop, took place at more than 50 Dunkin' locations statewide. There, law enforcement officers and Special Olympians took donations, and anyone who made a donation received a free donut. We visited the Gammon Road Dunkin' location on Madison's west side, where many people were more than happy to trade donation for donut.
I want a donation. My bucket's been filled a few times now.
And how great does that feel to have a full bucket?
Great to my heart.
Why does it feel great to your heart?
Because it's grateful that people care about us so much.
Friday's event raised over $57,000 statewide. While officers weren't actually able to get onto the roof at this location due to a logistical issue, they hope to return to the roof for next year's event. And scientists think that they have found out what draws mosquitoes to humans. A scientific report published Friday reveals the different chemicals in body odor that attract the blood-sucking insects. To do this, researchers built an ice rink-sized testing arena and pumped the scents of different people for hundreds of mosquitoes. Researchers found the mosquitoes were most attracted to airborne kyphoric acids, including a compound present in stinky cheeses such as Limburger. They believe the study could one day help in developing mosquito lures or repellents. And there's a new Republican throwing their hat into the 2024 race. Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina has filed paperwork to run for president. The filing comes ahead of a formal announcement that is expected to take place Monday. Scott is the only black Republican in the Senate right now. He joins a growing Republican primary field to take on President Biden, including former President Donald Trump and former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley, along with former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. And there's good news about good news, plus new research about the second most common cancer in men. Michael George has some of the week's top health stories.
Men who gain weight early in adulthood have a higher risk of fatal prostate cancer, according to a new study. Researchers at Lund University looked at 250,000 men in Sweden and found those who gained about 2 pounds a year between the ages of 17 and 29 have a 27% increased risk. Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in men worldwide. Getting regular exercise like biking, walking, even gardening and cleaning may decrease the risk of Parkinson's disease. A study in the online issue of Neurology found female participants who exercised the most had a 25% lower rate of developing the debilitating disease compared to those who exercised the least. And a study out of the UK finds positive news stories can act as an emotional buffer against negative ones. Viewers who saw stories about human kindness after taking in bad news like a terror attack retained more beliefs about the goodness of others than viewers who only saw the bad stuff. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Still ahead, summer is here. We have a hobby you might want to start this summer. We'll have that and more news up next.
Action! Get up to 50% off list prices at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. These incredible beds, both at our lowest price ever. Or this beefy recliner marked way down. Up to 50% off at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Don't miss this one.
Dust and pollen can trigger an allergic reaction. If your old windows are letting the outside in, then call Mad City Windows. Get new Eco Sky windows with built-in weather barriers. Minimize air leaks and create a healthier environment for your family.
They did a good job, you know. No moisture or water coming in or nothing.
And now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need new windows. The first 30 homeowners who call now will receive special savings. Free installation on a house full of new windows. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior and military discounts, plus call during this program. We have a nice gift for you. A free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
I don't know how it's all gonna fit.
And action!
Now it's Slumberland $9.99 gets you everything. An adjustable base with head up, foot up, remote, a Sealy Posturepedic mattress, plus a 7-piece bedding bundle free. Get a fitted sheet, flat sheet, 2 pillows, 2 pillowcases, and a duvet. All that just $9.99. Only at Slumberland.
Cut!
Show us your weather photos, and you could win a First Warn weather umbrella. Send us your weather pics in an email or on the First Warn weather app. We'll select and showcase the winning entries each day on News 3 Now This Morning and News 3 Now at 6. Send in your pics to win a First Warn weather umbrella today.
If you struggle to keep tabs on the service fees you pay, you're not alone.
There's just too much to keep track of.
News 3 Now answers a call for action with strategies to help make sure you don't get charged more than you owe. Wednesday at 6.
Well, if you folks want a practically perfect forecast, you got one. Starts off with planning your Saturday. Temperatures in the lower 70s, 72 Madison, 73 Lone Rock, 72 in La Crosse, 68 in Rochester. And as we go into the overnight hours on your Saturday night, temperatures upper 40s, lower 50s, so a couple degrees warmer than where we were last night. So making some progress on a practically perfect weekend. And look at the temperatures as we go into your Sunday. Middle and upper 70s, 76 La Crosse, 74 in Madison. And as we look out at the 7 and 10 day forecast, can't be beat. Upper 70s, lower 80s in Madison. Look at La Crosse, upper 70s and lower 80s. Enjoy.
Well, Alex, your practically perfect forecast is definitely good for this story. With the weather being warm, the sun is out, and the birds are calling. As birds start migrating north to their yearly nesting grounds, it's the best time to start a new hobby. Earlier this week, I met up with an avid birder, learning how he went from being indifferent to now making them a staple of his personality.
If you're paying attention, you're a birder.
Dexter Patterson has been birding for 12 years.
I call it bird joy.
He's a member of the Wisconsin BIPOC Birding Club, a group for people of color who enjoy the outdoor hobby. He co-founded the club 2 years ago.
We would go to these traditional birding spaces, and we would never see people that looked like us, whether in the group or leading it.
Over the course of Patterson's birding career, he's seen improvements in his health, both physically and mentally.
I always tell people birding isn't just about the birds. For somebody that's dealt with mental health issues and things like that, when I got really into birding, I started feeling that cloud, those dark clouds kind of lifting away.
On Wednesday, while visiting one of his favorite spots to view birds,
it just makes me happy.
Patterson shared why he and many other people enjoy searching for the chirping, buzzing, and trilling creatures.
I've always loved birds, but I never gave them the attention they deserve.
It was a video of an osprey catching a fish similar to this one on YouTube, which got him into the hobby.
You know that emoji when your head's blowing up? That was me.
Being captivated by the beauty of nature.
I was just stuck watching this bird under this water, and then all of a sudden, I see its head pop out, and it comes out of the water with a huge fish, like a huge fish. And ever since that moment, I was done.
He says the growing hobby, which saw more than 45 million birders in 2021, brings joy to people all around the world.
Once you just like this joy of like the unknown, and you like see something new, and then you see something new, and then you learn something else, and you learn something else, you kind of like really kind of build this momentum, and it's really, I don't know, it feels good.
If you'd like information on the BIPOC birding group, you can join and find more information about getting started on your birding adventures by checking them out on Instagram at Wisconsin BIPOC Birding Club. And still ahead, Zach Hanley has your Friday night sports highlights, plus you're taking a live look over the Capitol. Alex has another check of your forecast up next.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
It was just smooth sailing, honestly. They just came in here and did what they were known to do, and they were really good at it.
More than 50,000 satisfied customers trust Mad City. A+ rated with the BBB. And now take a look at our Eco Sky windows with insulated glass and fusion welded frames to give your home an energy upgrade. Be sure to ask about the tax credit on new Energy Star rated windows. And now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need new windows. 30 homeowners who call now will save with free installation on a house full of new windows. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
It's time to bring balance to business travel and discover the equilibrium that works for you. At National, you're in control. Skip the counter, choose any car in the aisle, and manage your rental right from the app. So you can mix work with leisure, or leisure with work, giving you the control to find the perfect balance. Go National. Go like a pro.
Hello, I'm Tommy Van Ness from the Tommy Van Ness Realty Group. For over a decade, thousands of people have turned to Tommy Van Ness Realty to buy or sell their home. Because we are more than your realtor, we're your partner.
If you list with us and take advantage of our extensive marketing, everyone will know your home is for sale.
The Tommy Van Ness Realty team is working hard for you. Call Tommy Van Ness today at 608-395-7375. Why settle for less? Call Tommy Van Ness.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Happy weekend from me to you folks in a practically perfect weather forecast, as I've been saying all morning. Let's look at our bottom line here. Mild Saturday, less haze. The air quality conditions much improved today. As we head out into the upcoming work week, turning summer-like, and a long stretch of dry weather. That might not be the best news for area farmers, folks putting in gardens. I have some folks hitting me up on social media saying, I'm planting flowers and I could use some rain. I'm seeding some flowers and I could use some rain. You're going to probably have to find some alternative options for water. It's going to be a dry stretch ahead. As we look in our future track model here as we plan the rest of your day, look at this, lower 70s by the time we get towards the evening hour. Who's grilling out? And temperatures, again, 72, very popular number across much of the area. As we go into the overnight, temperatures dipping down into the middle and upper 50s by the time we get towards the 12 o'clock hour on your Sunday, and then going a little bit colder as we go towards the 6 a.m. hour, 47 in Lone Rock. And I keep pointing Lone Rock out because it's a great example of weather. 100, 101. If you are in a river valley, the heat escapes out to space a bit more in low-lying areas, and that's why those low-lying areas are a little bit cooler. As we go into the rest of your Sunday, better yet, pleasant conditions, middle and even upper 70s. Look at La Crosse at 78 by the time we get to the grilling hour on your Sunday. Let's take a look at what we can expect over the next 2 weeks according to the Climate Prediction Center. That's the CPC. Look at all this red stretching from the Dakotas to Minnesota to Wisconsin and points east. This is warmer than normal conditions expected, folks. In terms of precipitation, I was mentioning farmers, gardeners, not looking fantastic in terms of optimism for rain chances as we go out into the first couple of days even of June. So a dry stretch across the upper Midwest and warm as well. The wetter conditions, or at least the likelihood, will be out across the eastern front of the Rockies. So fingers crossed we can get at least a couple of rain showers or thunderstorms as we go out into the future here. Taking a look at our 7 to 10 day forecast, upper 70s, and then we go into the 80s, folks. Although there is some indication that we could have what's called a backdoor cold front that just brings cooler air in from the north and the east in this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday time frame. We'll be keeping an eye on those temperatures. It might not be quite 80 degrees, something, again, to tune in for. La Crosse, you probably wouldn't be as impacted by that backdoor cold front, but temperatures, actually our weather models might be updating here, showing a little bit cooler on that Wednesday, Thursday time frame before the warmer air moves back into the area, folks, and then that brings those thunderstorm chances, something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Thunderstorm chances that we do receive are looking scattered. Not everyone's going to see them, and we will also have dry time, folks, as well. So with the upcoming holiday weekend, that's all very good news.
Fresh off a disappointing series loss to the Cardinals, the Brewers had a day to reset and get ready for their toughest test to date. 3 games against the best team in baseball, the Rays. Tampa Bay, 19-3 at home this season. Willie Adames looking to add another loss to that record. Big spot in the 8th, runner on 3rd, but Adames strikes out to end the inning. And the Rays would capitalize in the bottom of the frame with a sac fly. It's not pretty, but it worked for the home team. Brew Crew Falls 1-0 the final. Whitewater softball moved into the championship game at the Division III regional tournament with a 3-2 win over Co. The Warhawks will take on the Co-Hawks later today at 11 a.m. Retirement has been a little busy for J.J. Watt. The former Badger is juggling full-time dad life with its new ownership of an English soccer club. Remember, J.J. recently invested in Burnley FC and now is a minority owner of the club, alongside his wife, Kaylia. Now, as far as what exactly JJ's role is with the team, well, he won't be making any of the player decisions. Instead, it's all about bringing exposure to Burnley for him.
About trying to bring eyeballs to Burnley. I want to bring global eyeballs to Burnley to shine a light on how special the people are there, to how special that town is. I personally believe Burnley gets a bad rap. I've been a football fan for a long time, and I knew that as my career started to come to an end, I wanted to find a way to stay involved in sports, and I've been looking for a football club to be a part of for a little while now. And Burnley just happened to check all the boxes and be the exact right fit for us.
That's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Well, for more than 25 years now, DC Evers High School in Weston, Wisconsin has held an annual Day at the Bay. It's an event where the fishing team and staff teach special needs kids how to fish. It's a good skill to know, especially since fishing season has begun here in the state. Emily Zoll reports.
Like if you ever get into a fight with your best friend, go on a boat ride with them and it will bring you guys back together.
As the old saying goes, life is better on a boat. Before going on the water, these 2 students got into a fishy argument. And while there, they realized that
we should not be fighting over like something so stupid.
Because it was something so stupid.
They aren't the only ones that had a positive experience at the park today.
I think it's nice for students who have limited mobility. We're able to get them out of wheelchairs and get them onto boats and experience, being on the water, which might not always be a physical feat for them to do with their families.
For many students, an activity like this means they're able to engage with people they normally wouldn't. While fishing was an option, there were also other activities for kids to enjoy, like cornhole, for example.
Being able to talk to people on a day-to-day basis is kind of difficult for a lot of people, and especially with kids with disabilities, it's a little bit more difficult. So getting them out, getting them experience with these kind of things is super big.
91 students came out.
Everyone enjoys it, and they keep coming back every year.
Corvino is an Everest alumni. He's been working with special needs kids and gone on this trip a few times now, but he sometimes wonders who should be teaching who.
I've casted probably a couple lines, and they've caught more fish than me all day, so it just shows me I need to get back to work.
Finally this morning, coming up next, it was a mashing success. The world's largest potato masher unveiled yesterday. Well, that and a little bit more check of weather up next.
Our phones keep us constantly connected. But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? To limit screen time, but not quality time. And to give us rhythm instead of algorithms. Introducing Us Mode. Set your phone for human connection at US Cellular.
Whether you're motivated to replace your windows to save on energy costs, maybe improve the look of your home, or for easy maintenance, at Mad City Windows, our exclusive Eco Sky windows do it all. Beautiful windows that add style. They're energy efficient, easy to operate, and reduce outside noise. Remember to lock your price in with our price lock guarantee, and don't wait to call. We're looking for 30 homeowners now who need new windows. Receive special savings with free installation on a house full of new windows. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts plus last chance to call during this program for the free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
We're kicking off Bob's Summer of Savings in all my stores coast to coast this Memorial Day weekend. Celebrating over 30 years of furniture fun in my now 165 stores across the United States. So come join the party, because I've got new collections you won't want to miss and treats for the whole fam. Plus, get Bob's discount on my highly rated furniture, mattresses, and more, with financing options to fit your budget. Get your home summer ready during Bob's Summer of Savings this Memorial Day weekend. I've saved you a seat at the party, and a sofa, and a bed, and a
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again.
Time to claim independence from winter and get outside for the first festival of the season, Sitten to Mai in Stoughton. There's entertainment at every corner with dancers, Viking games, live bands, and a Sunday parade. It's the first festival of the season, Sitten to Mai in Stoughton.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99, plus they'll give you $200. So you don't have to get more lines than you need. No, you hang up. Yeah.
US Cellular, built for us.
Hope in the Wild, Saturday morning at 9:30.
And finally this morning, check this out. There was a special ceremony yesterday in Plover, just up north from Madison, for the installation of the world's largest potato masher. Organizers say it was a mashing success. It's part of the Food and Farm Exploration Center that's nearly complete. The giant masher is nearly 39 feet tall, and the city hopes it will be a tourist attraction for many years to come. Alex, that's just so cool. It's just like weird Wisconsin attractions that people find all these times. I think it's so interesting.
And with that large masher, all I can think of is Thanksgiving, holidays where you have mashed potatoes, so they can make one big batch of mashed potatoes. That sounds quite tasty, actually.
Yeah.
Because my stomach is growling currently.
Well, let's do a check of the forecast one last time.
Sure. Yeah, actually, speaking of food, today might be a fantastic day to grill. Let's look at our temperatures as expected here in La Crosse. Nearing 60 in just a few moments with the sun. We're going to see the temperatures rise very, very quickly. We'll do lower 70s by the time we get into the early evening hours. Again, perfect weather for grilling. I guess folks need to go get their hamburgers and chicken and brats, because it's going to be a wonderful day for that. Even in Madison, too, very similar to La Crosse. Temperatures rising into the lower to middle 60s by noon, and then lower 70s as we head into the afternoon. Check us out tomorrow morning. It's going to be even warmer soon.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great Saturday.